Hi guys, thanks for tuning into the channel. I suppose we've all suffered from one of these dirty coolant tank situations, and at the moment I've unfortunately cleaned this up and missed out on showing you the before and after shot. So this is it cleaned up now and it looks pretty good. And if you've ever tried to clean up a dirty coolant tank, there's a lot of work involved in cleaning it up, and like you guys are coming here now, I had to get on YouTube and look at various sources of tubes to see which one did the best job at cleaning it up. But to give you some idea now, the first attempt I had at getting it to clean, which was unsuccessful, until by luck I stumbled across mine. Very first attempt, I used jasmine rice, hot water, bleach, washing up detergent, these pebbles or rocks, bit of coarse sand in it, undone the cap, poured the lot into it to a bit over half full. I let it soak for about 15 minutes. I give it a good shake for probably 2 to 3 minutes, turned it upside down and let it rest there for a while, give it another couple of minutes shake, poured all the content out, and then just checked things out. All this top part of the coolant tank was totally crudded up with a brown rusty type material over here, so you couldn't really see in the top of this tank at all, because this is the original tank for an MGF which had been in the car for something like, I think, around 16 years, and you know, it was just impossible to see. Although I've gone over it now, I had a guideline on the side to show me where the level was on the water side, because if anyone knows anything about MGFs, they're a bit of a problem, so you have to keep an eye on them in case they go low on water supply, and if not, they'll blow a head gasket. So we won't go into that side of it, but you know, it's sort of a bit of a problem with them. So yeah, so that was the problem encountered with that one. So what I did, after this was following roughly someone else's advice on the tube, so I filled it back up again, all same ingredients, give it a go. This time put a little bit of hot water with it, agitated it, brought it into a bit of a soapy mixture and let it soak overnight. So this morning I got up, brought it out, give it another couple of minutes shake, emptied the content, washed it out, seen how it went, and what it did overnight was absolutely nothing. I still had as big a mess as what I had to start with, and so that idea totally was a write-off. So you know, I was getting a bit desperate at that stage, and I was going to go back to YouTube and see what else, if I could find another video which could do possibly a better job, where this one did absolutely nothing. It was, like I said, all these ingredients, a lot. So before we go in for the fix, let's just go over and see how this looks on the car, and we'll just see how tight a fit it is and what you actually see. So guys, we're at the back of the car now, and you can see it's a pretty tight fit here for the coolant bottle. Now before we get any further, I suppose I better get my facts straight. I've had this car 14 years, not 16 years. Now, in case you're wondering why in fact I never bothered getting a new coolant bottle for it, well, the coolant bottle itself is in a pretty good condition, apart from being a bit cloudy on top, on the outside where they go a little bit yellow in time, but the unit itself's in good order. Now, if you know much about MGFs or something, they're pretty expensive to buy coolant bottles for these, and I live in Australia, so to give you an idea, just to buy a coolant bottle for one of these, you'd be looking at, seeing this is what they call a low level coolant bottle, or low level coolant alarm bottle, you'd be looking at around $350 Australian to get one from the UK to Australia delivered, and I don't think I need one that bad, and this car hasn't travelled that many kilometres, so it is in good order. But as you can see, very tight fit. But now we'll get on to how, by accident, I stumbled on how to clean this bottle in 15 seconds. Okay, I was just out here after coming out from the computer. It was raining just like it is now, and I just looked at another guy's video on how to clean one of these bottles, and he was using white spirit, coarse salt, once again rocks with coarse sand in them, similar to the other one where you pour the rubbish into them, and You know, he said it could take 5 to 10 seconds, 5 to 10 minutes to clean the bottle out. So I was thinking to myself, I'll pre-fit this back in, and I was thinking, whether I might put it back together and forget the silly idea, or maybe send the wife for a trip down to the local supermarket and get myself some white spirits, which turned out to be, seen them in Australia, I wasn't sure what white spirits was, and turned out to be that was terps. So found out on the internet that was terps. We call it ear terps, not white spirits. Anyway, I'm here thinking about what I was going to do, and I thought, bugger it, yeah, alright, I might send it down. Just by accident, I just turned around like this. Hard to believe. I turned around, looked over here, and here it is. Grease and wax remover when I've been spray painting cars and doing work on the cars when I used to spray paint, you know, quite a lot of cars here, and I thought, bugger it. And just came straight over here. Pull this dirty bottle back out of there because it was only just sitting there frigging around. So back over here, I thought, frig it, if I bugger the bottle or something goes wrong, I'll just order another one from England and who cares. I just got there, ripped the cap off that Sapatone grease and wax remover, which I bought from super cheap, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. It's been a while since, you know, you don't use much of it. Now this is very hard to believe. I just undid the cap, like so. So I was just somewhere here like this, and remember I had all these sealed at the time, so naturally the juice wouldn't run out. Got me grease and wax, poured it fair bit, or not fair bit, just a bit in the slot. Sealed it back up, turned her upside down, and this is hard to believe, I just shook it like this as I'm walking now. This is in real time. Out here, into the yard, once again real time. Looked up and I thought, and you can only describe it as a good adjective, far out, and it was clean. And I thought, impossible. Just looked up like that and there's all the rubbish just sitting down the bottom, and I got a totally clean. I thought, geez, how could that have possibly happened so quick? What luck. So there it is, like from the time I walked from there, less than 15 seconds, no rocks, no sand, no bleach, no white spirits, no nothing, and that container come up like that. Like I said, I'm not even worried about the bit of yellowing on the plastic, because back in that MGTF or anything, I only see the top of it, and I only just want to see the water level, and there it is at the side. And once it was in the car, when I was looking down this way, I could really see, I could barely see the water, and I was going on the coolant alarm level there to let me know if it required water. But now I'll have no trouble seeing the water, and I'll put it back in the car shortly and we'll see how it looks. But just goes to show you, that was in real time walking from where I was out to that, and it totally cleaned it, and I just couldn't believe it. And all this other crap I'd been watching, and I've been watching a lot of videos, because you might think, like, I might put a few videos up, but I also watch videos and think like, you know, how am I going to fix this or something like that. And just like you guys, I go to the tube too and see if I can find something, if it's going to fix something for me, because we all do it. And just like the guys who puts up, or some of the guys you think put up lots and lots of videos, and they buy stuff and you think, oh yeah, they got the answers and what they buy, and they give a good report on. Lately I've been buying some of those stuff myself, and I found that they're not as good as what they say they are. So I'm not even saying this idea will work or won't work for you. All I'm saying is, what happened to me was, I looked around, seen that grease and wax remover, poured it into this. It came out nice and clean like this in 15 seconds. Saved me a lot of work. It may work for you or it may not, but would you say it's worth a try? It's a lot better than getting there shaking the guts out of a container for 10 minutes and seeing if it's going to work or not. And we'll see once I put it back in how everything goes, but I haven't seen anything work as quick as that stuff on anything. And like I said, I'd already tried twice cleaning it out with no results, and to see that cleaned it out so quick and so clean, you know, it was just unreal. The wife was there, like I said 15 seconds, she said 10, and in the real time walk, it's just hard to believe how well it works. So once again, we'll put it back together, fill it up with coolant, see how it looks, and I'm pretty sure it's just a pity I never got a before and after, but I had no intention of making a video on this, because why make a video on something that you didn't even have any answers to? You were trying to find answers yourself. It was pointless doing anything, because no one wants to look at something like that. So if I would have thought there was something in it, well, naturally I would have had a really good video to start with to show a before and after. But you know, like all good things, that the opportunity was there and I lost it. But the fact is, I salvaged it in the end with the grease and wax remover, and it'll give somebody an option to probably save a lot of time, and it may help somebody down the track. So we'll see what happens. So this is roughly what I see on a water coolant bottle and an MGF. And you lift her up, and there it is there. Coolant level you can check on the side, so it's a bit difficult to see what's going on one of these.